Welcome, my dearest little captains. My name is Adam Livingston, and I am your #1 source for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Treasury company analysis. Remember, this isn't financial advice, this is financial entertainment. One quick disclaimer, I've had some seriously low IQ comments come my way about how I am promoting these tickers, and they actually have the gall to suggest I am getting paid by these companies. No, I'm literally talking about what I want to talk about. And some total clowns out there who are married to their investments get mad when I have freedom of speech. I am not promoting anything, I am simply relaying public information and giving my spin on things, and if you don't like that, you can feel free to go talk to your financial advisor and have him calm you down with a 6% Vanguard fund return. Or you can go cry to mommy because the Bitcoin wizard didn't talk about your favorite meme stock. So yeah, none of this is financial advice, this is financial entertainment. Take your Chromebook to McDonald's, use their Wi-Fi, order a McChicken and some fries, and sit and do your own research by the play place before you make any decisions. Feel free to consult a professional. Today we're going to talk about the apocalypse hedge you can buy on your lunch break. Today's main act is BITC, Bitwise's latest love child of Bitcoin mania and Treasury sedation. Think of it as strapping a seatbelt to a flamethrower safe enough for compliance, spicy enough to light up your compound annual growth rate. Over the next 8 slides, we'll watch a 10/20 EMA signal swing a billion-dollar hammer, laugh at miners and spot ETFs bleeding in bear markets, flex a century's worth of upside crammed into 1 calendar year, and confess the fine print sins that could still nuke us all. Bring popcorn, bring skepticism, leave your fiat illusions at the door. By the final slide, you'll know whether BITC is your passport to the new monetary epoch or just another ETF your advisor can't pronounce. Let's pop the hood and gawk at the vital stats. Ticker BITC, easy to remember. Kinda sounds like buy it, clown. Birth date March 20th, 2023. Yes, it's a Gen Z ETF. Already upgraded its strategy once and thinks boomers are cringe. Assets $19.7 million under management. Small but lethal, like fitting a shark brain into a chihuahua. Fee 0.9%, but Bitwise shaves it to 0.85 through May 2027. Cheaper than therapy after hodling raw Bitcoin through a 70% drawdown. Structure good old 40 Act wrapper, Cayman sidecar for CME Bitcoin futures. And a built-in parachute of short-term treasuries when the party gets raided. Paperwork, daily creations, no K1s, ordinary brokerage ticket. Your accountant will sleep like a baby, your compliance officer will send you Valentine's emojis. In short, a fully regulated crypto flamethrower, pre-assembled, fee-capped, and blessed by the SEC's risk control clergy. Time to meet the robo-bouncer that decides whether we're raging in the Bitcoin mosh pit or sipping chamomile in T-bills. Daily pulse check. Every market close, the fund asks one question. Is the 10-day EMA sitting on the 20-day EMA's shoulders or begging for a piggyback? If the 10-day is above, risk on blares, BITC is 100% long, CME Bitcoin futures. If the 10-day slips below, risk off sirens, we teleport to 100% short-term treasuries. Why this cross? The fast line sniffs momentum before crypto Twitter finishes its morning coffee. The slow line filters meme noise, so we're not chasing every candle like it's a caffeinated ferret. Result, a long, flat stance, never short, never inverse, just gone when Bitcoin reenacts Wile E. Coyote stepping off a cliff. There's whipsaw control. Slower trend filter means fewer false starts. A faster trigger keeps us early enough to catch the parabola before it's on Bloomberg's scroll. Treasuries do double duty here. They're the margin collateral backing the futures. They actually earn a plus 3% SEC yield while we wait yield farming that doesn't involve cartoon cows. The net effect, we surf the orange tsunami only when the tide's rising. And we build a bunker of treasury coupons when sharks circle. It's the ETF equivalent of wearing a Kevlar poncho to a fireworks show. Maximum skeptical, minimum singe marks. Here's why our humble 10/20 cross isn't just a shiny dashboard light. It's a tactical nuke in spreadsheet form. Noise canceling for crypto chaos, the 20-day EMA is the bouncer. It ignores drunken day traders, so only real trends get through the velvet rope. It's a launch pad fast enough for escape velocity. The 10-day EMA yanks us on board early before Bitcoin's next vertical candle leaves normies screaming, "Wait up!" Limited whipsaw equals fewer paper cuts. Less ping-ponging and chop means your portfolio avoids the death by 1,000 trade syndrome. Zero shorting, zero inverse voodoo. We don't bet against Bitcoin, we just ghost it when it starts self-immolating. Ethical non-monogamy, but for assets. Treasuries earn while we loiter. SEC yield is around 3%, margin collateral, and a polite reminder to non-crypto friends that you're still a responsible adult. The end result is asymmetric warfare. Grab most of the upside, outsource the downside to Jerome Powell's IOUs, and leave your stress therapist unemployed. Time for receipts. Let's see if the rubber burned the road or just made smoke. 2024 scorecard, BITC up 103.1%. The S&P waddled in at around 25%. That's a four-bagger on the benchmark. Wall Street calls it outperformance. We call it embarrassment. The cumulative since launch, BITC up 79.9% versus the index 26.8%. We've been live only 2 birthdays and already lapped the market like a Tesla hunting Corollas. Best quarter ever, Q1 2024, up 63.8%. Bitcoin lit the fuse, the signal rode the rocket. The worst quarter, Q2 2024, minus 17.4%, while spot Bitcoin cratered 33%. Translation, we lost a pinky while hodlers lost an arm. The risk meter, 1-year beta to the S&P, 1.39. Spicier than equities, tamer than raw crypto, just enough adrenaline to remind you you're alive. BITC grabs the vertical rallies, dodges the concrete dives, and turns buy and hope into trade and cope. Welcome to the part where we admit we're time travelers. BITC isn't just another ETF, it's legal front-running of the next monetary operating system. There's a momentum advantage, folks. Bitcoin doesn't trend, it teleports spikes. Our daily signal grabs the warp gate, skips the 70% crypto winters, and still collects postcards from the moon. Hard money meets hard collateral, orange coin for the upside, T-bills for the ballast. 1 foot in cyberpunk anarchy, 1 in Fed's marble lobby, bilingual in finance. Regulated features wrapper equals institution friendly. A lot of folks can't cold store seed phrases, but they can buy CME futures in their sleep. We gift wrap that exposure inside the 40-act bubble wrap. The ETF chassis means we can perform tax Jedi tricks. No K1, no PFIC nightmares, capital gains deferral via in-kind creations. The IRS may still hunt you, but not because of Bitwise. This has portfolio glue, not glitter. Low equity bond correlation from Bitcoin, duration hedge from bills equals diversification that actually diversifies instead of just sounding smart at cocktail parties. All-in cost 0.85% for 2 more years. Cheaper than a single option straddle you'll regret by lunch. The net take is BITC is how you front-run hyper-Bitcoinization without quitting your day job or learning what a multisig is. Time for the cage match, BITC versus the usual crypto suspects. Spot BTC ETF, upside 100%, bear damage also 100%. There's also an operational headache memorizing a 24-word haiku while TurboTax cries in the corner. There's Bitcoin miners and proxy equities. Levered upside, sure, great until power bills, hash rate wars, and share dilution turns your moonshot into a sinkhole. Plus, you inherit equity beta when NASDAQ sneezes, your miner gets pneumonia. BITC is full upside in trend mode. Flat to positive when bears maul the campground. Headache factor basically 0, plain vanilla ETF ticker, no wallets, no firmware updates, no oops, I bricked my seed phrase. Moral of the story, if you want the orange rocket without the DIY rocket science, BITC is the adult in the room, still crazy, just wearing a lab coat. Cue the adult supervision, every miracle comes with a box of gremlins. Let's name them before they start chewing the wiring. Futures basis drag. If contango stretches like a yoga instructor, rolling those CME contracts can leak performance. Think slow puncture, not blowout, but keep a pump handy. Signal whipsaw. Sideways market zombies make any trend filter look like it's chasing squirrels on an upper. Expect the occasional out and out dance that trims returns and your patience. CME position limits and and liquidity caps, should assets under management jump from million to sailor-sized, exchange limits could force us to diet. Great problem to have until it isn't. There are leverage and derivatives complexity. One tiny futures tick can slap NAV harder than a spot ETF. Magnification cuts both ways, respect the G-force or puke on the ride. Plus macro tail risk wildcards. From Fed rug pulls to asteroid strikes, some events nuke every spreadsheet equally. BITC won't save you from doomsday, it will just move you to Treasuries first, so you can watch the fireworks with a coupon clip. Bottom line, the strategy isn't built to dodge flamethrowers, but it's still playing with matches. Proceed with eyes open and ego deflated. Here's your TLDR in Dolby surround sound. BITC is a robo-lifeguard that yells surfs up when Bitcoin rips and everybody out when it shark fin dives. Rules-based, tax-efficient, SEC-blessed, yet reckless enough to torch fiat boredom on contract. In one wrapper, you get Bitcoin's asymmetric upside without 3 a.m. cold sweat drawdowns. Treasury silk sheets that pay you to wait while the meme coins cannibalize each other. Compliance officer cuddles, accountant high fives, and zero seed phrase anxiety. If you believe the future is orange-tinted but still want to sleep like a bond trader, this is your passport. Buy ticker BITC, front-run the monetary reboot, and let the algorithm decide when to party or power nap. This is financial entertainment. Consult your favorite lawyer, astrologer, or barista before pushing confirm. My name is Adam Livingston. I love you all. Leave a comment with what you'd like me to cover next. Class dismissed.